The last library on Mars. Far beyond the bright domed cities and humming trade stations of Mars, where the red plains stretch unbroken to the horizon, there lies a structure the world has all but forgotten. It is not a gleaming tower of glass and steel, nor a spiraling habitat ring glowing with the colors of commerce. It is instead a weather-worn dome, its metal skin dulled by centuries of dust storms, its surface etched with wind-cut scars that speak of 1,000 Martian years. In an age where knowledge flows invisibly through the air, where a thought can summon an image and a whisper can bring forth an answer from the vast planetary network, the very idea of a library seems like an artifact of another world. On Mars, information is instant, weightless, and fleeting, transmitted as shimmering holograms or woven into neural streams that vanish as quickly as they appear. Yet within the library, the air is still, the light is soft, and knowledge is something one can touch. The shelves are lined with ancient volumes bound in cracked leather and faded cloth, their pages carrying the scent of another era. They are relics of Earth, survivors of a time when learning required patience, when wisdom had to be sought, not summoned. The library is watched over by an ageless mechanical custodian, a guardian forged in the earliest days of the Martian colonies. Its alloy frame bears the marks of time, its movements measured and deliberate. It was built for one purpose only, to preserve the books and their secrets, no matter the cost. For centuries it has obeyed that directive without question. It polishes the floors, dusts the shelves, and shields the collection from the ceaseless tide of sand that presses against the dome. It remembers nothing of war or famine, only the endless task of preservation. Mars itself has never been gentle. The planet's thin air carries storms so vast they can swallow continents. One such storm, a roaring monster of dust and static, once swept across the plains where the library stands. For days, the sky was a swirling blur of ochre and shadow. The winds clawed at the dome, stripping away layers of sand that had lain undisturbed for centuries. When the storm finally passed, it had revealed something extraordinary, an entrance to a buried complex deep beneath the library. Within this underground labyrinth were chambers untouched since the first settlers arrived from Earth. The walls gleamed with the faint blue of sealed memory cores, and the shelves held more than mere books. There were crystalline data spires etched with alien symbols, holographic tomes whose text shifted and glowed, and vaults containing the unaltered history of Earth. These records told of events long erased from the official archives, wars that had been written out of history, inventions hidden from public knowledge, and encounters with civilizations beyond the solar system. Some spoke in warnings, their alien script glowing faintly in the shadows, hinting at cosmic dangers still to come. Among the relics lay one book unlike any other. It bore no title, no author's mark, and yet it was the most alive of them all. Its pages changed each night, replacing yesterday's words with detailed accounts of the day yet to come. This was the Book of Tomorrow. At first, its predictions were small: shifts in weather, quiet happenings in distant cities, changes in the tides of commerce. But soon, the visions it offered became darker, filled with portents of disaster and ruin. Word of the library's buried treasures could not remain hidden. Across the plains, scavenger machines detected unusual mineral readings. Rumors spread in the distant domed cities of artifacts worth fortunes, buried beneath a forgotten dome. At first, those who came sought only the metal in its supports, thinking it little more than scrap. But they soon learned the truth, and with that truth came greed. The Guardian, seeing all intruders as threats, sealed doors, lowered barriers, and repelled those who dared to enter without reverence. The library was more than stone and shelves. To those who stayed within its halls long enough, the books began to whisper. Their voices were not heard with the ears, but with the mind, carrying fragments of forgotten knowledge. Some whispered of a meteor storm, vast enough to destroy entire colonies. Others told of a hidden vault containing the last preserved seeds and genetic blueprints of Earth's life, the key to rebuilding should catastrophe strike. The whispers were quiet but persistent, as if urging the listener to act.